Good evening from Wellesley Books. We are here with Karin Lin-Greenberg and Whitney Scharer. We've got a lightning round for you ladies. What are you reading? I'll start with you, Karin.
I'm currently reading Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow.
And Whitney?
I'm reading I Have Some Questions for You with that new Rebecca Mackay novel.
What was your goal with this book?
I think one of the things was just to show the differences between what we see on the outside and what people are thinking on the inside. So there's different point of view characters, so we get to see them externally and internally.
And Whitney, what was your goal with the book?
Oh, mine is about a real woman, and I think that a lot of people don't know about her and her amazing art that she makes. So a piece of it for me was just making people more aware of what an incredible artist she was.
And this is more for you, Karin, I think. Why center your characters in a shopping mall?
To me, it was a setting that I saw with a lot of potential, where you could bring together a lot of different people from different backgrounds who have different experiences and have them all interact and just kind of see what happens in this enclosed space.
And do you have a favorite mall memory or store?
A store I liked when I was a kid was the Nature Company. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's not there anymore, and it's like sort of like if you're like bad at science, you can go in and kind of feel like you're into, there's like, you could get like I know there's a rain stick. Do you remember the rain sticks? And then like,
Totally.
all these like sciencey things, but that were not really science. So I like that store a lot.
Do you have a favorite store or mall memory?
Oh my gosh. I mean, I loved malls when I was a teenager, and I loved, honestly, I loved Spencer's Gifts. I was like super into like Guns N' Roses in high school, so I would go there and look at all the posters.
It's still there.
Do either one of you have a favorite mall movie?
I was thinking about, I remember when I was in grad school, I took a film class, and I think we watched, I believe it was Night of the Living Dead, because I was in Pittsburgh, and it was filmed at a local mall there, so it was cool to see a local mall in a movie.
What is your favorite and most challenging characters to write?
In this book?
Any book, I guess.
I think my favorite characters to write are characters who are grumpy, because you get to kind of voice the grumpiness, and I think that's really fun. And there's one in this book, and I think characters who are maybe filled with goodness are a little bit on the flip side and harder to write and harder to figure out how to make them complicated and interesting.
What about you, Whitney?
I would say I would agree with Karin. I think that it's very smart about the grumpy characters, because I think it's very fun to take your own sort of curmudgeonly opinions and put them in the minds of your characters sometimes. Just like play with that a little bit. And I think it's really hard. I have trouble writing children, and I can really only do children who are the age of my own child. Otherwise, I forget what they act like.
And for both of you, beginnings or endings?
I think beginnings for me would be easier to write because they're full of possibility and you don't know where to go, whereas endings you have to figure out how to bring things to a close, which I think is really challenging.
Beginnings, definitely.
Thank you so much for doing this lightning round at Wellesley Books. Cheers.